She shattered my life, but tonight, I'll eclipse her entirely. 5 years ago, my sister tore my world apart. Nora didn't just steal my fiancé, she paraded him at every family event, expecting me to crumble. I didn't. That night, I swore she'd never control me again. Last Thursday, I entered the luminary ball with my husband, Ethan, on my arm. The room glowed with amber light, chandeliers casting shadows like whispered secrets. I knew Nora would be there, sparkling in sapphires, acting like the past was forgotten. She didn't see me at first, but when her eyes caught Ethan, her confidence wavered. Her wineglass tilted, her poise unraveling. I said nothing. Her reaction was enough, she knew who he was, and why the scales had tipped. The night it all broke was heavy with time and betrayal. My engagement party, planned with my fiancé, Lucas, was perfect, candlelight, jazz, a curated guest list. Nora offered to arrange the flowers, her smile too bright. I missed the warning. Halfway through, she leaned too close to Lucas, her laughter sharp, her hand grazing his. By the cake cutting, their fingers were entwined. My mother's glance begged silence, my father sipped his whiskey, eyes down. When Lucas declared his love for Nora, the room stilled, the chandeliers hummed the only sound. No one defended me. My parents' nods were complicit. I left, my steps sharp against the tile, no tears, just a cold resolve. They thought they'd erased me. They were wrong. The next day, I packed a backpack and vanished. No goodbye, no trace. I settled in a loft above a jazz bar in a part of town my family avoided. There, I was just Lina, not a Vandel. I threw myself into tech PR, taking grunt assignments, mastering analytics, studying deal-making to armor myself. Nights were for online courses, strategy, coding, influence. The sting of Nora's smirk, my parents' betrayal, didn't fade but fueled me. Every milestone was a wall between their world and mine. I met Ethan Kane at a startup pitch event, a low-stakes night where I was presenting. He was calm, with a gaze that cut through noise. Over drinks, he asked about my data-driven campaign, not my past. We worked together on a launch, then another. Friendship became trust, then love, built on shared ambition. Ethan wasn't just my partner, he was untouchable, from a world my family couldn't reach. A gold-embossed card arrived at my desk, Nora's sharp handwriting, Vandel Legacy Gala, celebrating 15 years of impact. Attendance expected. A demand, not an invite. I nearly burned it. 5 years of silence, broken only by cold emails about trusts. But I was curious, not for them, but to face their stage as Lina, not their pawn. Ethan said, "Go as you, not their ghost." I didn't RSVP. I chose a crimson gown, sleek and bold, with an onyx pendant Ethan gave me. My heels struck the floor like a metronome as I entered the gala, a labyrinth of wealth and whispers. The venue was a glass-domed atrium, lights dancing like fireflies. I moved through the crowd, a stranger to most, my presence a quiet ripple. Nora stood out, draped in silver, her laugh forced, her posture smug. Lucas was absent. She looked taut, her eyes hunting for approval. When she saw me, her smile twitched, a fracture in her facade. She hadn't counted on me returning, not like this. Ethan arrived later, deliberate, in a slate gray suit. He nodded to a senator, shook hands with a tech mogul. His hand brushed my shoulder, a subtle anchor. The foundation's president approached. "Ethan, your speech is up soon." Whispers spread, heads turning. Nora's gaze locked on us, her certainty crumbling. The music hushed as the president took the stage. "Tonight, we honor a visionary whose support fuels our future. Welcome Ethan Kane." Applause rose, sharp and expectant. Ethan spoke briefly, "I grew up where opportunity was scarce. This is for the dreamers in the back, the ones who'll outbuild us all." He stepped down to cheers, the room alive with his weight. Nora approached, her smile a mask. "Mr. Kane, Nora Vandel. I pitched your company last spring." Ethan's voice was level, "Your plan chased trends, not solutions. We back housing, schools, futures. You see the gap. Her face paled, her hand fumbling her glass. I steadied it, passing it to a waiter. We're married, I said, the words a quiet blade. Her eyes darted, recalculating a past she'd misjudged. She'd thought me gone. Now, she saw. Lena, she murmured, her old charm faltering. I didn't know. You weren't meant to, I said. She laughed, a brittle sound lost in the crowd's hum. You're different. I am. Ethan excused himself to meet the youth coders, his nod to Nora polite but final. Anything else? I asked. Her lips parted, silent. A camera flashed nearby. She turned, too late, the lens catching her raw, pale, unguarded. I stepped onto the terrace, the city's neon pulse below. Ethan joined me, wordless, his presence enough. You didn't need to say much, he said. I didn't, I replied. Inside, the gala churned, bids, clinks, hollow laughs. Out here, the night was ours. Nora's world had tilted, but mine was steady. We re-entered briefly, her absence unnoticed. As we left, the city's glow followed us. The drive home was quiet, Ethan's hand over mine. The past, Nora's theft, my family's silence, was a shadow, no longer heavy. The gala wasn't about her defeat, it was about closing a door I'd left cracked. The future was ours, untainted.